If you've ever dealt with the sharp stabbing pain in the bottom of your foot that stops you mid-run, or even makes cycling a real challenge, you'll know just how quickly plantar fasciitis can put a serious roadblock in your training. In fact, did you know that approximately 20% of endurance athletes struggle with this exact issue? So that's 1 in 5 triathletes sidelined by plantar fasciitis, but it doesn't have to be you. In this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide on how you can break free from this pain and start training consistently again. So plantar fasciitis normally happens when the plantar fascia, so that's a thick band of tissue that runs from the heel along the bottom of your foot, becomes aggravated or inflamed. As triathletes, we are at particular risk of developing plantar fasciitis. That's because our training load and volume is normally so high. So the classic signs of plantar fasciitis that you might be experiencing is pain on the bottom of your foot around the heel. And this pain can be particularly bad during the first few steps in the morning. So when you get out of bed and you put your feet on the floor, if that's particularly painful, that's a key sign of plantar fasciitis. Also pain in the bottom of the foot and heel that becomes more intense with prolonged loading. So it might be stopping you mid-run. It might feel like a stabbing pain. You might have a tight sensation in the bottom of your foot, or you might also have like a burning sensation as well. If you're experiencing these symptoms or a combination of them, you're likely dealing with plantar fasciitis. But if you do have any worries or concerns, if it's a new pain and you're not too sure about it, it's always best just to go and get it checked out by a healthcare professional. So as I just touched on, as triathletes, we are at particular risk of developing plantar fasciitis, but there are a few key training errors that I see lots of triathletes making that increase their risk of developing plantar fasciitis substantially. So the main error is increasing your training load and volume too fast, too soon, without giving your body the chance to recover or adapt to it properly. If you're going out there and just smashing yourself, following the classic advice of the more miles you do, the better, you're at particular risk of developing plantar fasciitis. So it's really, really important that you build up your training volume in a smart and controlled way. Key way to do this is by following the 10% rule. So try not to increase your training load or mileage more than 10% each week. And it can also be really helpful to give yourself a deload week every 4 to 6 weeks. Again, this will just help your body to recover, adapt to the training, and really reduce your risk of picking up injuries.
Very quickly, if you want to know what a deload week is and how to schedule it into your training, we cover all of that and more in our free workshop where you can work alongside myself and Joe for 14 days for free. So if you're interested in that, then click the link in the description. And with that being said, back to Joe.
Another key error that I see so many triathletes making is that they just skip their strength training far too often. So with plantar fasciitis, it's really important that you have strong calves, because the calf will really help to reduce the strain on the plantar fascia. So if you've got weak calves and you're not doing regular strength training, again, you're at particular risk of developing plantar fasciitis. And another big error that loads of triathletes make is just wearing inappropriate footwear, whether it's running in old shoes or cycling too many miles in poorly fitted cleats. This is all going to set you up for injury. So it's really important that you get yourself some properly fitted equipment that will help you not only perform better, but really reduce your risk of picking up frustrating injuries. So if you're resonating with what I've just discussed here, and you're dealing with plantar fasciitis, I'm going to give you some short-term exercises that you can do that will help, and then also some exercises that you need to progress on to help more with long-term management. So with short-term relief, stretches can be really helpful. So the classic plantar fascia stretch can help to alleviate the symptoms after a tough training session and make it feel better. So you want to cross the affected foot over the opposite leg, pull your toes toward your shin, hold this for 10 seconds and repeat 10 times. So you can also do toe curls. So you want to flex and extend your toes with or without a towel under your foot. So these exercises can help in the short term, but if you want long-term improvement, it's vital that you follow a progressive loading program. So as I touched on earlier, it's vital that you're strengthening up the calf complex, and a classic heel raise can be a really good place to start and then progress on from here. So for heel raises, you want to progress through level 1, 2 and 3. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that now. So with level 1, this will be a double leg heel raise on flat ground, and you want to be able to do 3 sets of 15 reps. If you can comfortably complete 3 sets of 15 without too much pain or discomfort, then you want to progress onto level 2. So this is going to be changing from double leg to single leg heel raises, and again doing this on flat ground for 3 sets of 15 reps. So again, after you've done this for a few weeks and you can do 3 sets of 15 pretty easy, you want to progress onto level 3. So that's going to be single leg heel raises off a step. So you want to do 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 15 reps here. And now you can progress this exercise over time by adding additional weight and load. So this progressive loading of the calf complex will really help to reduce the strain on the plantar fascia and help you to manage higher training loads without it becoming as aggravated or irritated. So alongside these heel raises, I'd also strongly recommend doing some other type of strength work that's going to be working the other key muscle groups in your leg, so your quads, hamstrings and glutes. Things like squats, deadlifts, lunges can be a really good place to start. So it's also really important in training that if you're struggling with plantar fasciitis, that you're not pushing it too much and pushing too much into pain. So here's some pain parameters that you should be sticking in to make sure that you're able to train consistently without pushing things and making it worse. So a little bit of pain and aggravation is okay, but if it's above 5 or 6 out of 10 of pain, then this is too much and it's not safe to continue. You also want to monitor your symptoms for 24 hours after any session. A little bit of aggravation is okay, but you want this to settle within 24 hours. If your pain is elevated for more than 24 hours, this is a sign that it's not safe for you to be training at that load and volume, and you'll need to scale things back. And it's also vital that you're monitoring the trend over time. If your exercise tolerance is continuing to get worse, this is a sign that you need to pull back and seek some professional advice and guidance on how to properly manage plantar fasciitis. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, go and hit that like and subscribe button. And then after, go and watch this video next. George has broken down exactly how to nail your swim technique as a triathlete so you can swim faster in the water while also reducing your risk of picking up injuries.